out of the vehicle,
another
now
one.
running forward. There comes another passenger out of the
Habulan to
back.
guys. Wild aggressive chase involving 3 reported grand theft pagnanakaw. Grand theft auto suspects ends in Santa Clarita.
Seat. These
Sa
kids are
Amerika to
struggling, and
ata.
look
He's
at
trying
this.
to get back
He's getting
in.
back in the vehicle. Another one back in the vehicle, and finally, CHP in the pursuit now, right by, is that CHP or Sheriff's? Yeah, CHP right behind him here. We're going to
Sheriff's.
forget about that one passenger, but we now know of the driver and at least one other
CHP.
passenger. These were young men that jumped out of that vehicle, and now the pursuit continues through the Santa Clarita Valley. Guys, this is very, very dangerous.
Extremely dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. Maganda dito guys, naka-helicopter tayo ngayon. So, samahan nyo ko.
Considered armed, all three of them. So that's a very dangerous situation there. And just the way he's driving through.
Okay, naghahabol tayo ngayon ng tatlong reported grand theft auto.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
Wrong
Oh,
way.
into oncoming lanes of traffic going the wrong way now. Jump that
boy.
median, and he is continuing the wrong way on Valencia Boulevard,
Wrong way.
approaching Railroad Avenue.
Uh-oh.
Grabe,
this.
delikado. Oo, saan ka?
Oh,
Saan ka
LAPD.
dadaan?
Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Lusot,
That was
lusot,
A near
lusot.
head-on collision. Very, very close.
Grabe.
A very close call there. One of several that we've
Grabe.
seen here, and it's just getting more and more aggressive by the second. At least he's going the right way now, but showing no signs of slowing down.
Not at all.
And I think
Grabe,
about that guy who
mabilis.
jumped out of the vehicle and then now he jumped back in the vehicle. And how did he
Mahihirapan to kasi naka-helicopter.
change his destiny
Right.
when it comes to how this
Yung mga TV station to.
thing is gonna play
Makasakay
out
tayo
there.
dito.
it's so dangerous the way they're driving right now. If they're insistent on continuing this,
nasa ano
this
to,
is not
nasa
going to end in a good way. It's going to be
100.
tragic.
Yeah, I think he saw an
kph.
opportunity to drop his buddies off, and then the one kid saw the cop pulling up behind him, and he figured, let me just get back in the vehicle. That's what it seems like happened there, but they have
Grabe.
no chance of getting away after this. I mean,
Oo, traffic. Good
this
luck
is
to you.
absolutely
Oh.
a dangerous pursuit that law enforcement just
Oh,
can't let
maraming
this go.
helicopter.
This has to come to a stop immediately. So you're going to see this entire area flooded with black and whites here within the next few minutes as he continues now
Wow.
through this parking lot and now
Grabe.
coming back out the other side, back onto Valencia Boulevard, getting around that traffic. Soledad, and what was that? Bouquet Canyon and Soledad, got it. So he's on Bouquet Canyon now, off of Soledad, continuing westbound away from Magic Mountain.
Ang ganda no kasi ang lapad ng ang area ng kalsada nila.
All right, so he's flying down in Santa Clarita right now. Luckily, though, and I'm not familiar with the traffic patterns in Santa Clarita, but these roads look wide open. The dangerous part of that is he could really open up the speed and get moving on this vehicle that, again, I'll reemphasize, it's going to be really hard to stop if it has to.
Yeah, the further
Hindi na makikita yung mga pulis
away
ah.
he gets from the 5, you can see traffic is a lot less. Opens up the road, as you mentioned, but at the same time, there's just there's just
Yun,
enough traffic
naka-helicopter
in the
din
way
din yung
here
pulis.
to really get somebody hurt, especially if it continues driving
Let's
like
go,
this,
let's go.
blowing through red lights. And if I really
Wow, ang ganda ng top view.
hope we don't see him get back into
Sana
oncoming
makabili
lanes of
tayo ng
traffic.
lupa dyan, no?
He
Ganda.
jumped over that median without any hesitation whatsoever, and you saw
Grabe.
just how close he came to another head-on collision. But at least he's back going he's going eastbound on Soledad, and now making a left turn into what appears to be an apartment
Barangay road na.
complex or a condominium.
Ooh.
A U-turn through the entrance there. Now gonna
No, no,
he's going in
no.
circles. He's really toying with this officer here, just doing a circle around this group of cars, and he's into this apartment complex now, which I think
Right,
leads him
right,
to
right.
a dead end. We'll wind
wala
down just a
na, wala
second
na.
and see if that's the case. You can see LAPD
na.
with their
Meron
airship
pa.
overhead, California Highway
Garden.
Patrol on the ground
Uy.
down there, now face to face
wala na.
with this CHP officer.
Ooh.
So he's going for a
Good
run. They're
chase
both
na.
jumping out. Driver and passenger jumping out of the vehicle, running
Ang
through this
bilis ng
apartment
kasama niya,
complex.
lumabas kaagad.
Unfortunately, only that one officer that we saw here.
Wala
Not
bang
sure if
aso
they're
dyan?
familiar with this complex, if they live in this area, no idea. But in any event, they're running through here on private property, waiting
Nagtatawag
for
pa.
more deputies to arrive on scene. I'm not sure that one CHP cruiser is going to be able to
Kung makikita nyo, walang masyadong bakod sa sa ibang bansa, no?
Catch up with them here, but they are
Hindi uso sa nila
continuing
yung bakod
to
eh.
race through these condos here in Santa Clarita. We'll see where this takes them.
All right.
Condos
Sorry, go
pala
ahead,
ito.
Just Chris Christie, this is Giovanna
Oh,
Lana,
meron
and
din pala.
alongside Mark Brown. We're joining you now, and what a wild pursuit. These guys are driving, or have been driving, so dangerously, and now we are looking at them running through this complex,
Saan kaya
putting the
pupunta
people
tong
who live here
mga
likely
ugok
in
na to?
danger.
That's right. Trying to get the name of
Oh,
this apartment
naka-solar.
complex one more time. But the good news is that
Solar din yan?
LAPD still has their airship overhead. He's able to call out the location and get those officers, even though this is a mutual aid situation. They're going to get the LA County Sheriff's Department
Ah.
involved here as they scale these fences, jumping
Grabe,
through
lumalabas
backyards,
yung mga
zigzagging
athletic skills nila.
their way through this apartment complex. It's now been
Highway
several
na.
minutes since
Ako, babalik ako sa car.
they've lost that initial pursuing officer. Look at this, hiding in the bushes now, looking for any nook or cranny to hide out, thinking they might be able to get away with this. These are two suspects of three. One suspect jumping out of the vehicle, the moving vehicle, earlier in the pursuit, and now these two looking for a hiding spot. But they have just way too many eyes on them at this point, guys.
Yeah, you know, if we can see them, we
Wala
know
nang
the
kawala
sheriffs
to.
can see them and the LAPD can see them, at least from their airship. They're not getting away. Can you give me some a sense of the location here?
Meron din mga
We know it's
bakod.
Santa Clarita and it's a volatile situation. Here's the problem. If you live in this area, they're in they've gone through backyards and they're going to look to see if there's any open or unlocked doors.
Open
If you
doors.
live
Yung
here,
mga tao pa kaya
lock your
dito, yung
doors
mga
immediately.
nakakatira
Lock
dito.
your doors just as soon as you can. There are two people armed,
Okay.
possibly armed, thought to have been armed, who are now running around in your
Ganda ng
neighborhood,
mga bahay, lalaki.
going through
Grabe.
backyards.
One more time, Jay. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Trying to get across street here. We're just off of Soledad Canyon Road, and again, trying to get the exact location. Thank you for that, Jay.
Ako sa
Yeah,
kanila,
they're
uy,
moving
bike,
towards this
bike,
pool
bike ko.
area. It looks like a pretty big apartment complex.
Kaso, lugi ka sa
They're
sasakyan.
on the rear side of it now, just looking
Bike
for a
yun
spot
eh.
to hide out. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you the name of this side street that they're
So,
coming up
anong
on.
next?
Actually, looks like more of a bike path potentially
Yeah.
behind the
Oh,
apartment
look,
complex.
there's
Ayun.
people
That's the
there.
main
There's folks
pool.
there.
Yung
Look
mga
at
ano
this.
dyan,
They're now approaching the
civilian.
pool with people in the pool,
Oh.
people enjoying their Wednesday afternoon, and these two are just running right along the pool deck
May
looking
mga
for
bata
a
pa.
hiding spot. We have to remind you, these two are believed to be armed. As they run through here, they're believed to be armed Grand Theft
Nanonood
Auto
lang yung nanonood.
suspects that now
Mga
pose
marites,
Oh,
oh,
and now they're
yun,
surrendering.
this
yan,
community,
yan.
but
Okay na, okay
apparently
na.
they see law enforcement within their line of sight
There
here.
they are.
There's the officers
Ah, ano na. Siyempre, may baril yan.
with their guns drawn, approaching the suspects. Thankfully, appears they're finally giving up.
Okay.
One LAPD, one LA County Sheriff deputy, both approaching these suspects with guns drawn. They immediately drop to the ground. That's the good news. The people in the pool.
Good news.
There was looked like a little girl getting a swimming
Yes,
lesson
it
out
did
there.
appear that way,
They've all
yes.
cleared the pool. They're out. Everybody's out of
Get out
harm's
of
way.
there,
The little
man.
kid being hustled
Oh, Ingles.
away. Everybody leaving.
Ingles tayo.
So they are out of harm's way. No shots have been fired. Those suspects proned out.
Oh, nasana yung
now
marites
following the
dyan.
orders of the two law enforcement officers from two different agencies who have managed to stop them. This is off Soledad Canyon Road. And we're going to try to get the cross street or that
Come
bike
on.
path that's nearby. There's a wash that runs
Yes,
back behind
yes.
it.
Kurt just came in here and he said he's very familiar with Santa Clarita and told us that it's a bike path that runs along the wash there. But
Bike
what
path.
a relief! I've been so tense watching this.
Oh,
It
marami na
was
sila.
just
May
so
mga long
dangerous
arm pa,
how
mga
fast they
pan.
were driving on those roads, going against oncoming traffic. Jumping onto sidewalks, zigzagging through cars, and at very high speeds. I really believe something bad that this would
Ay, tumalon yung isa. Tatlo sila eh.
end badly, and thankfully,
Nahuli ba yung
these
isa?
guys surrendered and no one was hurt.
And you saw earlier.
You're
the
right
video
about
from
that.
earlier.
And just to,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead,
Yun,
Chris.
Yeah,
bumalik
no,
na yung
I
isa.
was just going to clarify. This is the Villa Metro apartment complex. They're right behind the main clubhouse. It's a huge apartment complex or housing complex here in Santa Clarita, right along Soledad Canyon. But it's called the Villa Metro, is where this all ended up.
All right, that's where that ended. And you saw the earlier video. One of the suspects foot bailing earlier being
Sana pumasok sa bahay at maghanap ng mga ceiling sa
Being
Ganap
dropped
ng
off from the
taguan.
moving vehicle. There was
Tapos
another
lalabas ng pagkagabi na
point at which this Cadillac
kung saan marami ng pulis.
Escalade, it appears, veered into oncoming traffic. The driving has been absolutely erratic and extremely dangerous. This vehicle, probably weighing about 5,000 pounds, maybe more, that just was careening through these streets, being pursued by the sheriffs, the Highway Patrol, and LAPD.
Maraming
But
pulis.
all three, at least 2 suspects in custody. We don't know the disposition of the third, who was dropped off probably.
Ay, umikot lang naman pala sila eh. Yan. Umikot na sila from here kanina sa sasakyan pumunta dito at dito na uli sa pool. Dito. Umikot lang. Sana dun sa kabila umikot, bumalik sa sasakyan. Hindi.
10 minutes ago,
Matataranta
in
na
a
eh.
different location, who nearly could have gotten killed
Dun sa
himself,
kabila, maraming
you know,
sasakyan.
jumping
He
out of
could
that
have
car.
been very hurt, yes, and he fell to the ground.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
Hello din. So, maraming salamat guys. And maraming salamat sa suporta. God bless.